Urgent Commanders fan, look at what just happened. Nobody saw this coming, huh? But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel because we bring you daily videos with the latest Commanders news, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Trade proposal sends Commanders one 100-yard RB to AFC North. There is no team more desperate right now than the Cleveland Browns, mired in financial purgatory for the next 2 years as they try to get clear of the worst contract in NFL history. And without a starting quarterback, the Browns also have the number 2 overall pick in the NFL draft in a year where the available quarterbacks don't scream franchise savior like they did in 2024. One position the Browns are particularly lacking at right now is running back. Cleveland's bell cow in recent years, Nick Chubb, is a free agent without a team and hasn't been the same since a catastrophic knee injury in Week 2 of the 2023 regular season. If anyone is primed to take a flyer on a semi-reliable running back right now via trade, it would be the Browns. With that in mind, the Washington Commanders should reach out to gauge their interest in acquiring running back Brian Robinson Jr. In exchange, the Commanders might ask for one of the Browns' 4 picks in the 6th round. Hopefully their first one at number 179 overall. The Commanders are also desperate to fill their draft coffers. They have been dealing away picks since the middle of the 2024 season in exchange for proven veterans and currently only have 5 picks in the 2025 draft. Commanders likely to take RB in early rounds that the Commanders went to 125 and advanced to the NFC Championship game in 2024 spoke more to the genius of rookie quarterback Jayden Daniels and offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury's game planning than anything else. It was also a season that featured a heavy dose of Daniels running the ball as he set the NFL rookie quarterback rushing record with 891 yards, something the Commanders should be loath to try and replicate. Robinson was second on the team in rushing with a career-high 799 yards and has led the Commanders in rushing the last 3 seasons, but has never rushed for more than 800 yards in a single season and only passed 1,000 yards from scrimmage once. With 101 yards and 9 touchdowns in 2023 as Washington staggered to a 3-14 record. The 33rd team's James Foster projects the Commanders will take a running back in the first round of the 2025 NFL Draft, slotting North Carolina's Omarion Hampton to them at number 29 overall. Sturdy downhill runner with excellent contact balance, Foster wrote, "Hampton has reliable hands and is a brick wall in pass protection. His vision and creativity are average, but he does a good job getting north and south and churning out tough yards." Hampton called Year 1 starter in pre-draft evaluation, Bleacher Reports. Dame Parson called Hampton a Year 1 starter in his pre-draft evaluation and compared the 6-foot, 220-pound All-American to Detroit Lions star David Montgomery. Hampton is a 3-down player with his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield and willingness in pass protection, Parson wrote. He has what teams need in a bell cow or lead running back. Pausing this news, just to say that if you want YouTube to keep recommending the latest Commanders news to you, it's very important that you leave a like on this video. Thanks. Now let's get back to the news. Washington Commanders predicted to make blockbuster trade for Miami Dolphins star WR. The Washington Commanders clearly have their sights on winning a Super Bowl right now. As soon as the 2024 season ended with the loss to the Eagles in the NFC Championship game, it's been abundantly clear the Washington Brass believes they can make a run at a Lombardi trophy while Jayden Daniels is still playing on his rookie contract. While GM Adam Peters has preached about building the team through the NFL Draft, last year's results changed expectations and the Commanders' overall strategy. After winning just 4 games in 2023, Daniels helped lead Washington to an impressive 125 record in the regular season, and the Commanders reached the first NFC Championship game since 1991. Last year's roster was patchworked together largely, with high-upside veterans looking to prove themselves on team-friendly deals. Now, with the NFL Draft roughly a month away, it's been obvious Peters is making a concerted effort to surround Daniels with as much talent as possible right now. The first major move came when Washington acquired Jack O'Fall Trade's WR Deebo Samuel for a 5th-round pick from the 49ers. Samuel, along with Terry McLaurin, will make the Commanders' offense almost impossible to game plan against. Washington also opted to bring back veteran tight end Zach Ertz, who played a key role in the team's 2024 success as a safety blanket for Daniels. But in the most surprising move of the offseason in the entire NFL, Washington traded multiple draft picks to land Pro Bowl left tackle Laramie Tunsil from the Houston Texans. This was the move that told the rest of the NFL the Commanders are focused on winning right now. While they still have a few high draft picks and hit on most of their selections last year, it's obvious Peters and company aren't afraid to give up draft capital to bring on proven talent. Last Word on Sports believes the Commanders aren't done yet. They think Washington is a great fit to trade for Miami Dolphins star WR Tyreek Hill. PFF believes top superstar wide receiver Tyreek Hill could be available for a trade, as the Dolphins may have motivation to move him. According to Pro Football Focus, the Miami Dolphins don't have a lot of trade assets than Hill, who has been in several rumors since last year. Hill did tease speculation he could move on after a frustrating 20-24 campaign with the Dolphins, but quickly reiterating he's open to staying. However, no one should guarantee he will be a Dolphin any longer, as there's a special saying, especially in this league, never say never. The Washington Commanders are in the best position to win a Super Bowl. Quarterback Jaden Daniels is getting better with each rep, but trading for Deebo Samuel could be a concern. The team may be just testing the waters, but if he doesn't excel, the Commanders should probably go all in and trade for Hill to push them for a Super Bowl to end the drought. NFL nudged Lions to propose change to playoff seeding for years, actually decades. The competition committee has served as the primary generator of potential NFL rule changes. A subtle shift in that approach seems to be developing. Or, if it already existed, there's now tangible evidence of it happening. Case in point, the Lions' proposal to seed the 7 playoff teams in each conference without regard to division championship wasn't something the Lions formulated during a brainstorming session at team headquarters. The suggestion to make the suggestion came from 345 Park Avenue. Here's how it happened, as explained by Jeremy Reisman of Pride of Detroit. Co-managers as the winner-take-all regular season finale between the 142 Vikings and 142 Lions approached, Detroit receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown spoke out about the unfairness of the loser having to go on the road to face a division winner with a lesser record. "It's crazy," St. Brown said at the time. "I think the rules should be changed. Obviously, if you win the division, you should obviously make a playoff spot, but having a 14-win team having to go on the road is kind of crazy. But I guess I don't make the rules." No, St. Brown doesn't make the rules, but his comments could have a hand in changing them. As St. Brown's remarks went viral, NFL Executive VP of Football Operations Troy Vincent took notice, and instead of adding the possibility to the agenda of the competition committee for the usual bill becomes law protocol, Vincent made a phone call to Lions president Rod Wood. Troy Vincent from the league reached out to me and said, "I tend to agree with St. Brown," Wood said this week at the league meetings. "Would you mind partnering with us on making a proposal on that?" So we made a proposal. They did. But it wasn't presented as a partnership with the league. It was a proposal from the Lions, and only from the Lions. The effort resurrected a conversation that has happened in the past. While the broad brush proposal to potentially put division champions on the road in the wildcard round was tabled until May, the placement of the subject on the owner's radar screen could result in a more focused tweaking to the playoff format. What if you said, win the division, you get a home game and you keep it the way it is unless your record is 500 or lower? Then you don't. I think there's some talk about that, Competition Committee Chairman Rich McKay said this week, so I think people want to keep looking at it. Regardless of what happens in May, there's an alternative recipe for the NFL's rule-making sausage. Step 1, nudge a team to make a general proposal. Step 2, allow that proposal to start a conversation. Step 3, steer the discussion toward a lesser measure that feels like a compromise. There's a certain amount of genius to the approach. Instead of going straight to a middle ground that might have gone nowhere if it were the original proposal, the league has engineered a method for teeing up the topic, talking it through, allowing others to take ownership of the conversation. By proposing something not as sweeping and hoping that 24 owners will eventually get behind whatever the final proposal becomes, it's a new way of looking at the proposals made by specific teams. How many of them carry the fingerprints of the league office? How many were deliberately put on the radar screen as a way to spark a conversation and to enlist others to participate in the shaping of a consensus around some variation to the original proposal? That's possibly what happened with the tush push prohibition from the Packers. That started as one team making a proposal that, while flawed in its formulation due to the focus on an immediate push, started the conversation. Through that process, momentum has developed regarding a related rule change, no pushing at all, anywhere. In the end, the Lions' proposal regarding playoff seeding and the Packers' proposal regarding the tush-push could result in no changes at all. But Woods Kanda has peeled back the curtain on the reality that, in some situations, the league can and will make a strategic decision to create the impression that a potential rule change bubbled up from one of the teams, in lieu of being crafted and presented by the competition committee. The precise reasons for that approach isn't known other than to say someone in 345 Park Avenue believes it will be effective. Regardless, it's something to keep in mind when assessing all future proposals. From individual teams, while it might be something a team came up with, it also might be something the league office deliberately instigated and quietly supports. And now, Commanders fan, I want to hear from you. What's your opinion on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I don't know if you know this, but your opinion matters a lot for Commanders. I'll be back any moment with more Commanders news. We want Dallas.